Yo, what's up everybody? This is Clever Fox coming back at you again. And today I want to discuss something that I find was a bit interesting. You guys probably heard about the Nintendo copyright claims, the third-party matches is going on with the videos recently, and how some people are starting to react to that, you know? First off, I want to make it clear before we get anywhere in this video that this isn't a video that is trying to attack anybody. This isn't attacking Nintendo. This isn't attacking YouTubers per se. But there is some facts which need to come out, I guess, so that way we could better clear the air. Because I think a lot of people are overlooking these facts for other reasons, and I don't know why. But, for example, okay, recently there's been a YouTuber by the name of Angry Joe who got hit with Nintendo third-party matches, right? And he made a really big rant towards Nintendo over this, claiming how he purchased over like $900 worth of Nintendo products and how he was streaming the game on his channel, and came back to find how the claim had been proposed onto the video by Nintendo, right? And this struck him over the edge, claiming how he was never going to do another Nintendo video again. I mean, he even went on talking about like a little bit about like the CMS program that Nintendo has. And he even talked about how that, like, okay, yeah, there's a 70-30 split, and Nintendo and YouTube takes 50% cut. They'll take a 30% cut. Then my network will take its own percentage from his own channel, and how it was a really bad deal. Then he said a couple other things in the video, which I'll be honest with you, I really didn't watch the video all that long because it kind of upset me because of a lot of different details. Because he was trying to make it look like Nintendo was the villain in this video, rather like that these are a bad corporate, this is like corporate greed, this is really a bad scenario, instead of really discussing anything. Well, with all that said, really, let's go down with my own opinion right now, okay, on this matter. And I'm going to use Angry Joe as an example probably because this is what most recently happened. Nintendo and other game publishers have the right to do what they want with their property, first of all. Okay? As crappy, as bad as it might seem with how this is, they have the right. I mean, people don't understand, people need to see something, right? That you need to understand that the game industry is just like the movie industry. That video games is a source of entertainment. And that the product owner of these video games, the publishers, Nintendo, Sega, developers, EA, stuff like this, like, they own the rights to these games, and they have the say of what can be done with this product. They sell this as a source of entertainment. They don't really go out to sell it as a commercial bias, okay? Like, look at the movie industry, for example. The movie industry, you do me a favor, you go take a movie clip, right, and try to do a review on a movie and see if those clips don't get copyright matched because you don't have a commercial license. Now you see, developers, and not developers but publishers themselves, should probably do something, because like the movie industry, for example, Universal, Warner Brothers, and others, for example, have what's called licensing programs where you can just go buy a license and you can just, and it tells you what you can and cannot do with the clips. It'll allow you to buy a movie's clips, and so that way you can do the purpose of program. This is what Nintendo is trying to do with the CMS program that they have, which is allowing people to say, look, if you want to play our games and stuff like this, there's a 70-30 cut right here. You get 70, we get 30. No, the thing is, I'm going to come back to this topic with Angry Joe made in the case. I'm going to come back to this topic, but that's not a bad deal. I'm going to tell you, first of all, it's not a bad deal whatsoever, because it gives you the right to do what you do. The thing that, like I said, like getting back on topic right here, the thing is that video games are meant to be like a household use, and they're meant for entertainment. They're meant for you to play and enjoy. They're not really designed for a commercial purpose. They're not designed for you to go ahead to exploit, to earn money from. Okay? That's the thing that a lot of people don't see. And I mean, look, most developers and most publishers nowadays see people on YouTube, Twitch, and other media sources as a way of advertising these games to sell more of their products. You know, they see that. Don't get me wrong, there is developers and there is publishers who see that, and they want to work with people by going ahead and say, here's some review copies, here's some beta keys, you know. They work with the individual content creator. But somebody like Nintendo, you can't blame them for the, like, hey, look, we're third party matching this video. They developed a system. Okay, now let's get into the thing that Angry Joe talked about, for example, okay? Let's get into this. Nintendo created what's called a CMS program. This CMS program is a 70-30 split, and they're offering you 70% of the income from 30%. Now, a lot of people are mistaken, like, oh, well, YouTube takes a 50% cut of my profits. Okay? Joe, for example, I'm gonna, if Angry Joe ever watches this video, I'm gonna be like this to you. Joe, let me put it like this to you, because I watched that video, and this is what really showed me, like, I hope that you misworded this, and you're not this dumb. Really, I hope not. I hope you just misworded it, and this is wrong, because I like your content. Don't get me wrong, I like your content. You're a comedian over a reviewer any day, in my personal opinion, and you do some great content when it comes to it. You're not really a game journalist, I'll be honest, but Joe, the way you put it was like, okay, if I go into the CMS program, Nintendo will take a 70-30 cut, YouTube takes a 50% cut, and then the network's going to take their percentage away from it also, and it's going to leave me with nothing. Okay. As a person who worked in the YouTube industry under networking and stuff like this for the last 6 years now, let me explain something to you and try to explain this carefully to you. If you have a video, and let's say, for example, that video made you $500, it says this video is making $500, okay? That is the estimated earnings that you got for that video, $500. Go to the ads side of it. Go to the ad earnings. The ad earnings is going to say that video made $1,000. YouTube automatically takes their cut off the top well in the beginning. Okay, so if your video made $500 estimated earnings, it actually made $1,000. And YouTube just took the other half, because that's how it automatically is. So your estimated earnings is already with the YouTube percentage cut off. Now, your network can't take a percentage of the 70-30. You go into the CMS program with Nintendo, they own that video now. Your network cannot have a claim to that video. Nintendo can have a claim to that video. Nintendo is saying, look, we are claiming this video. If you pop a link into our program and do all this stuff in our website, we will give you 70% of the earnings. That is a direct cut from Nintendo. Technically speaking, Nintendo is acting like a network like Maker Studios, Machinima, Fullscreen, you know, it's acting like its own network in a sense. To where it's cutting out your network providers. They will pay you directly, but we're owning this video. We're going to own full rights in this video, because the video you have in there belongs to us. But we understand you're doing commentary, you're playing this game, you're showcasing it, so we're allowing you to take a 70% add-on while we take a 30% cut of that video, which isn't a bad deal. It allows you to continue doing your content creating. It allows you to do... I'll be honest with you, I wish more developers and publishers would go down this route, because then you have a set criteria. If every single publisher went in and created a website like this and said, look, if you do a video game for us and you want to make money off of it, you have this reasoning. Like a 70-30 cut is not bad. That is not a bad deal whatsoever, in my personal opinion, because it allows you to keep doing what you're doing. It allows you not to worry about a copyright strike on your channel. It allows you to still, like I said, still earn money off that video and continue doing what you're doing. And in reality, this throws away the necessity of networks now, because a lot of people, the reason why they go into networks is to grow their channels, which is one, but B, the main criteria, the reason why they go there is because they've been always trying to say, look, they go into a gaming network to try to make sure that they are part of this network, so that way they can avoid these strikes. That way they can avoid this from happening to them, and they can be like, okay, I'm clear now. And a lot of these, and that's the thing. But if you have developers that would create websites and stuff like this and would just do this, holy crap, would you have a better case scenario for people. That's why I wish they would do some stuff like this. But people like Angry Joe, when he made his video and I watched it and I was like, I had to stop it towards the end. Like, I just had to stop it. It was like, dude, I know you're pissed off. I know you're mad. I know you want to choke somebody right now. But your butt's not made out of gold, man. Nintendo's been talking about this since last year. Okay? Nothing makes you special. There's nothing about you that makes you completely special to be like, well, I should be excluded from this matter. And this is what irritates me about people. Like, this is what really irritates me, is that some people just go out of their way and think that they're God's gift to people, you know, like they're somebody bigger than what they should be and stuff like this. Like, dude, you're a comedian, you got great deals, but there is rules like this that's adjusted for this reason. And Nintendo is trying to make it a lot easier. You're seeing the bad side effects of this. Like, to me, this is not really that bad of a deal. It's not really that bad. I'm not a Nintendo fanboy. I'm more of a Sega fanboy. But I kind of wish that every developer did this, because then it gives me a clear listing of, okay, this is what I can do, this is what I'm going to earn from this, and this is how it's all going to work. So that way, I don't have to, when I get a third-party match, I don't have to go in here and do this. I don't have to take the time like I normally used to do and still do something for now for other people, which is, I'll go contact Nintendo, and I'll say, look, this is the videos that we want to do, blah, 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 blah. We want a license for this. Because a lot of you, if you want to be able to make money on YouTube, you're going to have, a lot of times, you got to go to the developer and the publishers first, and you got to talk to them and make a deal saying, hey, look, this is what I want to do, and I need this for commercial standing. I need to be able to play this video game and commercialize this and put this up here. Because if you want to avoid the fair use department, you need to get a license, and a lot of times, these licenses cost a lot of money. Sometimes they don't cost you nothing at all, and it's one of those things. It alleviates a headache. So that way it makes you focus to be like, okay, all I have to do is make a video, and if anything, like, Nintendo is 70-30, if Sega did it, it's an 80-20, you know, it's a good deal in that sense. That way you know what to do. You don't have, movie industry is one of those things that have websites like this all the time. They have a bunch of these out there that you can go email them, and they'll give you a set price, or they'll give you a set deal. There's actually movie companies like Universal that you can email the guy and say, look, I want to do Back to the Future review, but I need to be able to do clips and stuff like this. They'll offer you a straight up license, or they might even discuss, where can we find this video? How about we claim this video, and we'll do a 80-20 split with you. We'll take 20% and you get paid 80%. You have to pay us 20% of that video. So that way you can go. That way it's fair for both the publisher and it's fair for you. It makes it a lot easier. But like I said, there's going to be developers and publishers out there which says, hey, look, you can do whatever you want with our content for free. We don't care. Because that's just how they are. But you're going to have those Nintendos out there that's going to be like, no, you're using my product, my licensed trademark. You're using my intellectual property. And you're trying to cash in on it. So food for thought. This is what I really wanted to discuss, was about the copyright bull crap like this, and because it's stupid. Because some people portray this like Nintendo's being evil, or developers and publishers who do this are being like this evil conglomerate that's trying to take over the world, where in reality they're trying to protect their property. And they're trying to make sure that both sides work it out and it's a fair deal. If you just look at the cons and not the pros, then that's what you're gonna get. So, until the next video, guys, I'll catch you on the flip side. This was Clever Fox. And I hope maybe that if my opinion might have enlighten some people and some stuff. Like, this is my opinion. If you have a rebuttal on this or anything, please leave a comment below. If you liked the video, please subscribe. Please like, favorite, share. You know the entire drill. And like I said, I'll catch you on the flip side. And yeah, leave me some comments what you think about this. Do you think I was wrong? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? You know what I'm saying? So leave me some comments and everything. And yeah, let's turn this into a discussion. And like I said, I'll see you guys later. So catch you on the flip side. And I'm out.